Lend me your ear and I'll sing you a song. Because the Tampa Bay Lightning are your 2020 Stanley Cup champions. By the way, I did say Bolts in 6 last week. I'm sure some of you might remember that, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, so like when the NHL regular season started almost a full calendar year ago now, okay? I don't know how many people would have pegged the Tampa Bay Lightning to actually win the Stanley Cup, based on the fact that not long ago they had this epic collapse against Columbus in what was, the biggest upset in hockey history, period. Okay, and it definitely was, more so than the U.S. team beating the Soviets in the Olympics. That was one game. If the U.S. team had to play the Soviets over a 7-game series, they probably would have lost 4-1. But either way, you can't compare the two. Biggest upset in hockey history happens with Tampa. They lose to Columbus. They come back the following year. A lot of their fans, a lot of the media had written the team off forever. They'll have the skeletons in the closet forever with this team. They'll never be able to get over that psychological, emotional disturbance. You got to hand it to the GM and the management for deciding to keep the core of this team together. A lot of other GMs might have sat there and said, "Holy fuck, we can't even win a game against Columbus this year. Like, we got to make some big changes." They decided to stay the course. They kept the team mostly intact. All the major players, some small tinkering, but it's pretty much the same team that lost to Columbus that just won. Okay, and this is such a special group. It's such a unique champion when you really think about it for a few reasons. I mean, first of all, the fact that they did what they did without their captain, without one of their best forwards, for the entire playoffs, not having Stamkos, like, just picture the captain of your favorite team. The playoffs are starting, and we're just going to pluck him away from the organization. Sorry, he's not playing. Like, most teams losing their captain, that would derail them. Would the Capitals have won without Ovi? Would the Pens have won without Crosby? Would the Blues have won without Pietrangelo? I don't know. Like, maybe not. Those are huge losses. And the fact that Tampa was able to overcome this and still get the job done without him, it's unbelievable. And I'm sure, speaking of Stammer, it's probably just killing him that he couldn't be on the ice and battling with his teammates. But, the legend of Steve Stamkos, it grew quite a bit. I mean, we all know that. I mean, the guy doesn't play a fucking shift for 8 months. 8 months, and then it just gets plopped into the Stanley Cup Finals. And on his third shift, he goes top titty with a beautiful goal. And, like, what a valuable goal that was. What that did for Tampa, not just in Game 2, but the rest of the series, giving them an emotional boost. Like, that was so huge. And then he exits the Stanley Cup Finals with 100% shooting percentage, one of the most epic warm-up videos of all time, in a ring. So, like, absolutely unbelievable. But this group, when you really think about this group and how special they are, the way they were constructed, like, okay, so you've got Stamkos, Hedman, and Vasilevsky. They're all, first-round picks, highly touted guys. You move down the line, Killorn, Kucherov, Point, Paquette, Palat, Tyler Johnson, Gord, Cirelli. Like, these were all guys that were drafted. They were afterthoughts in the draft. They were all late picks, second, third, fourth, undrafted in some cases. And here's something wild. So all those guys I just mentioned. So Stamkos, Hedman, Vasilevsky, Kucherov, Killorn, Palat, Point, Paquette, Cirelli, Gord, and Tyler Johnson. So all those players, combined regular season and playoffs, they have played 5,871 total games in their careers combined. Every single one of those has been for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Okay? Stats guy. Every single one. Like, this group, they've been together for so long. They've been, the lowest of the lows, losing to Columbus last year, and now the highest of the highs, winning the Cup. Like, what they've been through, it's such a cool story. And for anybody that says that, oh, this is an asterisk year, COVID Cup bullshit, there's no fucking way. Like, they are more than a worthy champion. What they did playing, in a bubble, which is mentally, emotionally very difficult, being away from their families, and etc. Condensed schedule, playing every other night. And also, Tampa played 220 minutes of overtime. Okay, that's the most overtime that any team has ever played in the NHL playoffs. You take that all into consideration, this cup was harder to win than probably other years. Okay, so it's definitely not an asterisk. Anybody who thinks that, not a chance. We're going to wrap up with some Tendy love. Okay, Andrei Vasilevsky, God bless him. He's never had a shutout in his entire playoff career. Okay, and he gets one tonight on the night that he could clinch the Stanley Cup. Only goaltender that played every single minute of action for his team in the playoffs. Unbelievable, Andrei Vasilevsky. And Curtis McElhinney, former Leaf journeyman. Get yourself a cup too. Guys, thanks for watching to the very end. And we'll see you soon.